Rest of the work here, and in this room here we had student work from term level 2. So again, they're just starting their early days here at ArtCenter, but now we're going to take a look at some work from students who are on their 4th term. So that's about the halfway mark for their time spent here at ArtCenter. Some additional work here, term 2, and then it starts increasing term level 2, term 3. We're making our way into the main gallery to check out work from students in their 4th term, 5th and 6th term as well. We'll also have an opportunity to speak with a current ArtCenter student, talk about their work and their process as well. So we'll just kind of...
Are you going to walk
So you can see the work here ranges from traditional print, we have some graphics packaging, we have some interactive pieces as well, some transmedia, branding and identity. Now this is an opportunity for us to connect with a current ArtCenter student, have her talk about her process and her work that she's submitted for scholarship review. And so I'll hand it over to Sean and Nick, and we can talk with one of our current students about her work.
Well, this is Emily Hahn, who's an amazing student, one of, a pleasure to work with all the time, and we thought it'd be interesting for Emily to talk a little bit about some of her projects and what you're up to. So, what is all of this?
So this is some of my most recent work. I have a little bit of in-progress work, some that's completed, more refined and finished. So I have a little bit of everything across several different mediums. So I have a branding project, transmedia branding project here for a sub-brand for Office Depot, and it's called Delegate, and it's an app that I created that allows you to hire someone to complete your tasks, so you can delegate your to-do list. And I did this in Katrula Brontitis' class. And then...
Does that churn butter?
This thing here?
Is that the butter churner?
Oh, he's not watching. Facebook is not watching us. Facebook, look at this thing.
That's the butter churner.
I did this in media texture class. So I used an Arduino and a potentiometer, which are things I had never done before in my life until this point. So this was a very fun project. But it's an interactive project.
You see that? The food moves on our screen. Isn't that cool?
So as you turn this dial, you can build your own breakfast.
And churn butter.
But you can make the plate smaller.
So I created this stop motion video in media texture, and it's about healthy eating, and it shows different ways you can make healthy food choices throughout the day. So after I completed this, the next step of the project was to make it interactive. So working with my teachers, we sort of brainstormed a couple different ways to do that, and we wanted to do something that was hands-on. You could really touch it and make it move yourself. So yeah, I can show you. I just have this little dial, the potentiometer, and then I built an interface to make it work.
So what's the hardest thing about being at ArtCenter? What's the most difficult thing that you could say, when you got here, what was the most challenging?
I think just giving up your social life.
What do you mean you've got us?
I have you guys. Yeah, I mean, I think just the work ethic, I think I just really had to change my work schedule, and I spend pretty much most of my time working, but I enjoy it, so it's not that hard. I mean, it's hard.
And Emily, was it kind of, you were expecting to do things like that, probably?
Yeah.
Were you expecting to do things like that?
No, not at all. I feel like this was really outside of my comfort zone, and I was actually really intimidated by anything Arduino at first, but my teachers really encouraged me to try something new, and I'm really glad that they did. And it was actually a pretty natural transition to create something interactive like this. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, you can try any medium with graphic design and all works together.
Are we walking over to next? Yeah. So now we're going to walk over and look at Vanisara's work.
And on the way, we'll also check out some of the graduate work that's been submitted as well.
Right, yeah. Yeah, this wall is actually graduate projects from an editorial class, and it's just the poster component of much of it.
We have some work here as well.
Right, yeah. And then, of course, down this hall, there's other work that people have submitted for scholarship review that are in the graduate program. And again, it's a range of transmedia projects from motion graphics to print, to identity. The thrust of the graduate program tends to be a little bit more strategically oriented in terms of business strategy and resolving some deeper issues than just visual forms. And it's a shame you can't really see that incredible thinking. It's disguised by the sort of amazing beauty of a lot of this stuff, but there's really smart ideas behind here in terms of generating revenue or changing a company's culture. There's some great work in terms of just taking a product, people feeling safe to a company that might. So it's a constant shift of things that are always changing, and like Emily mentioned, it's hard. You know, you've got to learn these incredible hard skills and craft and the ability to make something beautiful, but at the same time, it has to be really smart.
Later on.
Yeah, and then let's head over towards Vanisara and see what she's working on. Here's more work along here from another level of grad students.